The pulmonary system, also commonly known as the respiratory system, is a complex network of organs and tissues designed primarily to facilitate the exchange of gases between the body and the external environment. Its foundational function is to transport oxygen into the bloodstream while simultaneously removing carbon dioxide. Structural anatomy. The system is divided into two main zones: the conducting zone, which moves air into the lungs, and the respiratory zone, where gas exchange actually occurs. The upper and lower tracts, including the nose, the pharynx, the larynx, trachea, and the branching bronchi and bronchioles, the lungs. These organs are divided into five lobes, three on the right and two on the left, housed within the rib cage and protected by pleural membranes. The alveoli. The terminal ends of the respiratory zone consist of over 300 million microscopic air sacs called alveoli. These are the primary sites for gas exchange, providing a massive surface area to maximize efficiency. The primary muscle. The diaphragm is the chief muscle of inspiration. Its contraction creates negative pressure within the chest cavity, drawing air into the lungs. Physiology of gas exchange. Gas exchange in the lungs operates via the process of passive diffusion, moving gases from areas of high concentration to low concentration. The blood-air barrier. To enter the bloodstream, oxygen must pass through a thin barrier consisting of four things. 1. The alveolar surfactant. Second, the alveolar epithelium. Third, the shared basement membrane. And fourth, the capillary endothelium. Now let's come to the diffusion dynamics. According to Fick's law of diffusion, the rate of gas exchange is increased by a larger surface area and a greater pressure difference across the membrane, but is decreased if the membrane thickens. In healthy lungs, the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide usually reaches equilibrium by the time blood has traveled only one-third of the way through the pulmonary capillary. Now let's come to the pulmonary circulation. The pulmonary system is a low-pressure, low-resistant circuit that receives the entire cardiac output from the right side of the heart, the pulmonary artery. Unlike systemic arteries, the pulmonary artery carries deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle to the lungs. Pulmonary veins. These return freshly oxygenated blood to the left atrium to be pumped to the rest of the body. Bronchial circulation. A separate, smaller systemic circuit provides oxygenated blood specifically to the lung tissues themselves to ensure their survival. Now, let's come to the mechanisms of breathing. Breathing involves four critical factors: lung compliance, the ability of the lungs to stretch; chest wall compliance, airway resistance; and respiratory rate. The balance of carbon dioxide (CO2) is particularly vital. CO2 is produced in the tissues and transported via venous blood. The body adjusts the respiratory rate to maintain proper pH levels and ensure that CO2 excretion matches its production. Sources are in the description.